Hey guys, Chris here with episode 63 of Is It Worth Seeing Theatrically? And we're talking Him. This is the newest movie from Justin Tipping. It's produced by Jordan Peele. It stars Marlon Wayans, Tyreek Withers, and Julia Fox. It is a sports horror movie, according to the trailer. It's supposed to be like a psychological horror type movie. Essentially, the plot is that this up-and-coming football player goes to train with one of the greatest of all-time football players, Isaiah White, who's played by Marlon Wayans. And it kind of, it's the best way to put it with this one. It was a good movie to have a discussion about, because there are a lot of things that occur within the movie that are subtle. And so trying to understand the overall movie, it kind of helped to have that discussion with the people I was with when I watched it. But it's really kind of a hard one to sit here and recommend you go see in the theater. Not because it's a bad movie, but because it's a confusing movie. There's a lot of stuff that happens within the movie itself that is just, you're not entirely sure, because of the way it's filmed, because of the way everything's going on. You're not sure if it's actually happening or if it's in the main character's head, who is the character's name is Cam Cade, and he's played by Tyreek Withers. And it's, you don't, early on he's attacked when he's practicing, so he has brain trauma through the entire movie. You're just not entirely sure what is going on at times, which makes it kind of hard to recommend you spend the money to go see it if you're not going with a group of people that you can have a discussion with afterwards. This is a decent movie. It's enjoyable. It's just confusing. And it's because of that confusion that it becomes hard to kind of sit here and say, I'd recommend you spend your money to see this one. If you're already in a subscription program with a theater like AMC or Regal, this might not be a bad one to go see. It's not entirely what I expected, which was a sports movie with horror elements to it. Instead, it was kind of there's so many subtle things that it kind of deals with. The original script for this movie, before it was picked up, was that Isaiah White was cursed by the devil. And with that curse, he was able to be the best football player of all time. He then decides that he wants to get out of the limelight, and so he's able to pass that curse on to a new person and go live his life outside of football. Which, there's probably a lot of people who are like, well, that's not a curse. I mean, you're greatest of all time. People know who you are. You're making lots of money and everything. But I think for some people, and there's probably a good chance that the original writer for this script was kind of yes, I would love to have the financial security that may come with something like this, where you're the greatest of all time. But the fact that everybody knows you have no anonymity, is probably pretty terrifying for some people. And so when they brought in Justin Tipping, the director, there were some rewrites that occurred, obviously. And there are portions of the movie that you can kind of feel like they kind of feel like they were added on at a later time. So it's this is just, it's really kind of one of those. I check it out with a group of people, have a discussion around it, because this is one of those movies that does require some kind of discussion, because there may be something you witnessed, some dialogue that you kind of caught on to that other people didn't. It's not a bad movie by any means, just really kind of a confusing one. And if I didn't have those people to have the discussion with, I probably would have been mulling this over in my head and just ultimately been like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one because it just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, there's no reasoning behind it. But it certainly was a enjoyable, confusing experience. So if you've seen it, leave a comment down below. Let me know some of the things that you thought about it. What was your interpretation on Isaiah White and what he was doing, or what Cam Cade was going through? What was real in the movie, what wasn't? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.